Hi, my name is Michael Strope, and I'm a professional educator. I have been teaching for about 15 years, and I've been teaching history in particular for that long. One of the things I have found that when I go into the classroom, one of the first things I ask the students on the first day is, how many of you like history? And what's so interesting about that is that I get very few people. I have a class of 40 or 30. Maybe I get maybe one, maybe two. But then I ask, how many of you hate history? And so maybe the rest of them raise their hands. And I say, so let me see. Let me guess. One of the reasons why you hate history is because you have a history teacher who probably tells you to read the chapter, answer the questions in the book, we'll have a test on Friday, and then lectures throughout the week. And they say, yeah, sure enough. And then on top of that, you may have some teachers that are like, hello, my name is Mr. Strope, and I am going to teach you history. Oh my goodness, I would go crazy about something like that. So Emil, I tell him, look, I am not that kind of a teacher. I believe in making history come alive because history is such a wonderful subject. History is so exciting. Yeah, some people can say it's a dead subject, and if you get a dead teacher, then of course you're not going to like it. But when you get a teacher who's excited about it, as I am, um, that passion, that excitement overflows to the teacher, to the students. And so, in when I teach history, I tell them, look, history is one of these things that can be seen from different angles and different aspects. You have the framework for a story, but how you learn the history is based upon how you interpret it. And so for me, I love history. I'm passionate about the subject because I've been to many of these places. My dad was in the military. I grew up all over the world. I myself was in the military, so I've been all over the United States. And so being all these places, I have seen the places that are in the history books. I have been there. I've seen it. I've touched things. I've met the Queen of Spain back in 1986 or 83 rather. It was an art contest, and I was one of the finalists. I actually meet Queen Sophia, wonderful lady. But that's what makes history so beautiful is when you see what's there and the things that you do. And when you have a teacher who conveys that excitement and that passion, then you get to have it. And I know that this works because over my years, I've been teaching for 15 years, and I've actually had two, maybe three students who have once hated history, like history, and some have moved towards the fact of becoming history teachers. One girl, I'm still in contact with her today. I had her about 5, 6 years ago. And I still am in contact with her, and she is trained to be a teacher. I have another girl who became a kindergarten teacher. And she said it was all because of me. And she taught history because of me. And she also would say that her history that she did was how she taught it was, would Mr. Stroke teach it this way? So yes, those are the things that I am passionate about. It's history. I love history. History is not some dead subject. And I hate teachers who sit there and just regurgitate information without putting that passion behind it. Because that passion, that feeling, that emotion is what allows students to learn and retain the information, but also develop an interest in it. That's what history does. And that's what a good teacher is.